our transabdominal muscles. This is the abdominal muscles that suck in your abs. So a lot of times we do rectus abdominis and obliques, which give us that nice shape. But if your stomach's protruding out, you need to be working your transabdominals as well. And that's super common if you've had any sort of abdominal surgery, a C-section, or a couple kids. Something you're definitely going to need to do. So we're going to start with a really simple exercise that you can actually do multiple times throughout the day, anytime you feel like it, which is essentially called a vacuum. And what you're doing, you can do it sitting, standing, laying down, but you're going to suck your abs in as tight as you can and hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. And by suck it in as tight as you can, I don't mean like suck in, I mean literally pull your abs in towards your spine. You guys, could you not be so loud? That would be nice. So, here I am relaxed, and then I'm going to pull my abs in towards my spine. This actually makes me elongate, and then I'm going to hold it for 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, so we're going to start with this together. Go for it. So, as the time passed, I started to be able to inhale a little bit tighter and tighter and tighter. So we'll also finish with that exercise, okay? And do keep in mind you'll need to have shallow breathing for that so that you don't end up having some sort of belly exposure, okay? Now we're going to move on to some hip raises. So we're going to put our feet about 45-degree angles. We're going to lift our heels off the ground, and we're going to try and bring our quads to our chest and back down, controlled, so not using momentum. And we're going to try not to let our feet touch the ground again until I tell you we're done, which we're going to do 30 reps. So, hands by your sides, knees bent at about 45 degrees, heels a couple inches off the ground. You come up, and then you're going to roll down, nice and controlled. Don't touch the ground. Do it again. Roll down. Do it again. You should really feel like you're unrolling your spine and not using momentum. Exhale when you're up. Inhale when you're down. More. You're almost there. abs burning, we're going to take a 30 to 60 second break before we move on to the next move. For the next move, we're going to do a forearm plank, and we're going to just lift our hips up a tiny bit and then lower them back down. So, oh, I forgot to mention, you will need a medicine ball if you have one, and obviously a mat. Anyways, there's Susanne's ADHD. So after you take your 30 to 60 second break, depending on how tiring that was for you, we're going to come down on our forearms. Good plank force. So your elbows are going to be right underneath your shoulders. Your hands are going to be apart. If this is hard on your shoulders, you can bring them together. This makes it a little bit easier for your shoulders. Feet back, weight in your heels. Everything's tight. Your back is flat. If you're on your knees, that's fine, but we want that same straight line from ears to shoulders to glutes to knees. Okay? We're going to just lift up, come down to neutral. Lift up, come down to neutral. Lift up, come down to neutral. All using that transabdominal muscle to pull yourself up. We're going to do 20 of these. Halfway there. Four more. You're looking about at your fingertips. Good. Take another 30 to 60 second break. I actually need some water. I'll be right back. Okay, next move is going to be flutter kicks. You've probably done this move before. You're going to be on your back, hands by your side. You're going to bring your feet up, okay? And the goal is to have your shoulders off the ground, abdomen stuck in to your belly button. You come down, come up. You come down as low as you can go without your lower back coming off the floor or sacrificing the abs pulling into the spine. And you can have your hands behind your head if it bothers your neck to have your shoulders up off the ground. So let's get started. Shoulders up, abs tucked in, space in between your neck, and start to come down and up. Down and up. Nice, slow, controlled motion. We're going to do 15 of these. That was 5. We're 1/3 of the way there. Make sure your abs are staying tight. It's real easy to let them come out. We want to make sure that they're against that spine. Five more. Last one. Woo! I don't know about you, but that killed my abs. So, again, another 30-second to a minute break. And then we're going to do an alternating Superman followed by a Superman hold. So, this time we're going to lay down on our stomachs. When we lay down on our stomachs and we're going to lift our body off the ground, we don't want our stomach to push into the ground. So you'll be laying down, and your attempt while you're arching your back is to push your abs into the ground. That's actually not going to help. So when you come and bring your chest and hips up, you also want to be pulling your abdomen in, okay? So we're going to start doing an alternating, and then we'll end with a hold. So our feet and our hands are extended forward, and we're going to pull our abs in. We're going to raise our left hand and our right leg. Hold it for a couple seconds. Come on down, other side. That was one. Every time you come down, you're going to be tempted to release those abs to the floor. We need to make sure we avoid this. So when you come down, double check. Are my abs still pulled into my spine? When I come up, am I holding that for 2 seconds before I come back down? Is every motion controlled? We have a nice neutral spine with your neck. You're doing good. Keep those checkpoints. Elongated spine. All opposite hand and leg. Come up and hold for a second or two. Good. Now we're going to just hold that Superman. So we're going to hold both hands and feet up while sucking those abs in. So pull those abs to the spine, lift the chest and legs off the floor and hold. Almost there, 10 more seconds. Check those abs. Woo! Take that break. All right, good job. We're halfway through. So now we're going to do a little bit of bicycle. Take that 30-second break. Bicycle, when people do bicycle, they tend to pull on their head. That's not what we're doing. We actually want to focus on bringing our shoulder to our quad. And this is what's going to make it a transabdominal muscle. Those abs pulled totally in. And because we're working the whole layer, you're going to get that effect. When we just crunch our knee to our elbow, it's not doing the same type of move. So I'll demo. So we're going to be on our backs. Hands behind your head for support. You're going to bring one knee in and see how my shoulder is going towards that, not my elbow. Okay, it's not about getting that full cross. It's about pulling those abs in and then a little tiny crunch and then coming back down. And then we'll switch to the other side. Okay, so you guys ready? Abs pulled in tight, low back against the floor, hands behind your head. Good space between your chin and chest. Go for it. Just rotating, nice and slow and controlled. Keeping those abs pulled in. Halfway there. Keep that chest open. Abs against the spine. Space in your neck. Woo! Good job. Take that 30-second rest. Okay? Then we're going to grab those medicine balls or a dumbbell, and we'll move on to the next move. This is our second to last move. Nope, I'm lying. Third to last move. You're going to take the ball, put it over your head, core tight. The goal is to pike up using your ab muscles with the ball. So you can do it without the ball too. So you're going to come up and down. But the goal is to try and go slow and controlled. As you improve, you can add the ball or a weight. It's a challenge because this is a really hard move, so you're tempted to want to thrust yourself, and that isn't going to do it. We need to have slow, controlled motion. So if you're really struggling, you can do one leg at a time by bending one knee, and you come up, down, up, down, up, down, and then you would switch. I forgot you're supposed to lower your leg in between. Anyways, we're going to try and do those. If you need to split it up into two, you'll have to pause the video, or I'll give a little extra break after, and do it individually. I'm going to try and go all out. There's a chance I might have to take a break. Need to move this forward. Okay, so let's get started. If you're using a weight over your head, belly button into the spine, low back against the floor. Come on up, slowly down. 1, 2, 3. Notice I tried to hold myself instead of the momentum. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to do 15. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Slow, controlled down as best you can. That's probably the second hardest move we're going to do. Whew, I broke a sweat. I don't know about you. So, take your little break. If you were doing one leg at a time, move on to the other leg. Then we're going to do the other hardest move, in my opinion, and then roll-ups and vacuum, and we'll be done with our transabdominal muscle exercises. So, this one is going to be a challenge for sure. You're going to have a medicine ball, 1 foot on the medicine ball. You're going to be in plank, looking forward about 6 to 8 inches, shoulders right above your hands, weight back in your heel. 1 foot on the ball. The other foot comes in slow and back out. In slow, back out. Okay? We're going to do 15 on each side. Now, everything has to be tight for this, or you're going to fall off the ball. You can also use a basketball or soccer ball. If the ball's too hard, that's fine. Don't use the ball. And then you can work up to the ball. Slow motion is what I care about. And we'll do one side, then the other, and we'll be good to go. If your shoulders get sore, you can take a child's pose in between. So, let's get started. Good plank form. Straight neutral spine, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping those abs towards the spine. Trying not to tap that foot when you go back. 5 more. Good. Take a quick rest, and then we'll do the other side. We're almost done, guys. I bet your abs are on fire. Okay, other foot on the ball. Good plank. Abs in. Start those curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow motion. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo. Okay. One last move, which is the roll up. Okay? Roll up is, again, you're bringing that whole transabdominal wall to your spine. It's kind of like how we did the hip rolls, except we're lifting our upper body up this time. The goal is to go slow in one vertebrae at a time. You may need to put one arm down to succeed at this. So, we're going to be on our backs. Full blown would be arms above head. You roll up, abs to the spine, forward, back down. Whoops, that was too fast. One vertebrae at a time, okay? If you really struggle with this, put one arm down and use that arm a little tiny bit. But we don't want to use it a ton because then we're not working our abs. So we're going to do 15 roll-ups. Come on down. Arms above your head, one by the side if you need it. Roll up, abs towards your spine, lean forward, come back one vertebrae at a time. Make sure you're keeping those abs pulled in. Last one. Great. And then we're going to do the vacuum again. You can do it sitting this time if you want. Indian style. Pull those abs in as tight as you can. Concaving your stomach by pulling them in. Little breaths. 10 to 15 seconds. Everything tight. Spine up tall. Good job today, guys. I'm sure your abs are burning. If they're not, you can repeat it one more time. And if they are burning, feel free to stretch them out by either rolling on an exercise ball to stretch your abs out or doing bridge for a couple seconds. Good. I hope you enjoyed this Transabdominal workout exclusive by Susanne. Have a great day.